you ever wondered how your thoughts affect your well-being? Well, get ready to discover the science behind it all. And I would firstly like to thank Ella for reminding me to do another video. I wanted to start off with a story, something that happened a few days ago. I went to a lovely event in Villefranche-sur-Mer. We have this antique vintage car race. It's a vintage car race, not antique. I think they're antiques. And it's just beautiful. We had a really nice time. The sun was shining, the area, you know, this turquoise blue, these beautiful boats. Everything was just so fascinating. And the people there, you know, they're all enlivened by this event and just so happy. I took a friend of mine along, and she came with a migraine. She had been suffering for a few days with this cold. So as we got on the train, the first thing that I noticed is that she keeps talking like very negatively. And I kept saying to her, look, can we just change it to some, you know, more positive aspects of life? And she kept thinking, no, you know, I'm this kind of skeptic and I don't really understand why you're so positive. And I did say to her, if you start thinking more positively, if you start inducing some more positive thoughts in your brain and just really appreciate what's going on around, then you're gonna feel better. Her response was, no, I'm just gonna continue my path. As the day went on, I could really just see the energy from her face just being drained. She just became gray. And by the end of the day, she was completely flat out. She was so sick. This migraine had really just overtaken her entire body. She slept through the train ride and she could really hardly walk home. And what a shame, what a waste of an incredible, beautiful, positive inducing day. Negative thinking is a catalyst for physiological responses in our body. Let's start by understanding how our minds and bodies are connected. When you start thinking negative thoughts, your body views them as stressors and goes into a fight, flight, or freeze mode. And it starts to inject you with cortisol. Cortisol is a stress hormone. The more negativity you introduce, the more cortisol it produces, and also adrenaline. So basically you become a bit of a hamster on a wheel because the adrenaline makes your brain just feel great. Oh yeah, I want to do this, I want to continue doing this. But it really just depletes your body of all the other positive chemicals that it needs to be able to function properly. So how do we break this pattern? The first thing is to actually start observing your thoughts. When you watch something on telly, if it's negative, just turn it off. You really don't need that influence. If someone starts complaining, the worst thing that you can do for yourself is start complaining with them, listening to gossip and listening to people talking about other people, things that they don't like. That's not your problem. Just fight it off. You need to start really observing your brain and your thoughts and start to reframe your thinking. Allow yourself to put a barrier between all this negativity that sometimes surrounds you because it's inevitable. We live in a society. And think, I need to look after myself. In order to look after myself, I need to have positive thoughts. There are times when things happen and there's nothing you can do about it. So you will feel sad, angry, maybe just a bit frustrated. The best thing to do is actually just accept it. Accept that feeling in your body, just kind of let it go through your body, but then release it. Realize that you can't control everything. The only thing that you can control is your emotional response. It's good to acknowledge, right, maybe this situation sucks. It's not that great, but maybe tomorrow it's just gonna change. It's gonna change into something better. So by doing that, you're kind of reframing and training your brain to accept and release. The other thing that I'd suggest is start journaling or start doing meditation. A lot of people talk about meditation. One thing that meditation does is it just really connects you internally with your body and it starts to release some of the negative influences that you've accumulated from the external world. What I do is I actually just walk outside barefoot. So I have a beach not very far from here, and in the UK I walk on grass, and it just allows me to release some of the tension because actually we are held by gravitational energy. So there's always a connection between our bodies and the earth. There's always an energetic link, and by just really walking outside without any interference between your body and the plane of gravitational energy, you allow that energy to be reset. So if you feel stressed, if you feel frustrated, do that. It's so easy to release all this negativity and just maintain a really healthy well-being environment within our internal ecosystem. All you need to do is really just be focused on yourself, be focused on what you're thinking, and realize that all those thoughts really lead you somewhere that it's actually not good for you at all. Thank you for joining. I hope you found this video useful, and do share it with some of your friends if you think that it will help them in their path to maintaining a healthy and happy life.